Pamela with Rotolight, and today we're going to talk about the Home Master menu on the Titan X2. Now, if you go to the back of the screen and hit the Home button touchscreen, you're going to find a submenu of CCT, RGBW, HSI, XY, and filter. The first one, your CCT, is where you're going to be able to adjust your Kelvin and your green and magenta. And you can do it in a number of ways. First off, you can do it by touching the screen on the back or using the knobs below to dial in. The left knob's going to control your intensity. The middle knob's going to control your Kelvin, but you notice you have a gray triangle there. That means that button has a second function. So if you press and hold it, you can play with the green and magenta. The right button is going to be your diffusion. Just like that. The second submenu is going to be your RGBW. This is fun to really play in and dial in those colors. The left knob's going to be your red, the middle one's going to be green, and the right one's going to be blue. But they all have a second function. So if you press and hold that left button, you can play with the intensity. The middle one, you can bring in some white, and the right one over here, you can play with that diffusion. Now, as you play with those colors, you're going to notice your preview screen right there of the color you're making. The third submenu is your HSI. So again, I can do the touch screen, or I can dial in on the knobs below. Notice on every screen, I still have access to play with that diffusion. XY, which is one of my favorites, you can dial in those XY coordinates down below or use the touch screen. But I can go even further and actually play with what color space I'm in. So currently I'm in full gamut, but under the system menu, I can do Rec 709 or Rec 2020. If I go to Rec 709, notice it's going to stay within the constraints of what I set. And finally, we have the filter screen. Here, every single filter ever loaded is loaded onto here. So your leaves, your Roscoes, all have XY coordinates. Now they're sorted by color groups, which I can either touch with the screen or use the left knob and dial through the color groups. Within the color group, I can use the middle knob and scroll through and notice they're all named and numbered with your favorite filters. But I can go even further. If I like a certain filter, such as this flame, this Roscoe 18, I can go back into RGBW and tweak it. Let's pull a little bit of that red out. Let's bring some green. Let's make sure it's diffused 100%. And now I have a custom color that I can save as presets. So you just press and hold the preset and hit yes. There's 1,450 plus filters loaded into this light for you to choose from. In addition, you're also going to find under the S for source matching a library of 50 plus sampled color sources like your tungsten, candle, HMI, and more. For more information, visit us on rotolight.com or find your nearest reseller.